Okay, so here's what we're going to be doing. So, for a week, we are going to be going outside and we're going to be running at 5 a.m. every single day. I'm not sure how long it'll take in terms of actual running time, but I'll just run until I get tired or something. So maybe about, I don't know, 20-30 minutes. So if I run and sprint, kind of, I don't know. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing for 5 a.m. every single day for a week, and at the end I'll just say any changes that have happened and how it's helped, how it's not helped, whatever. So enjoy. Um so here's what happened. I set alarms for 4 a.m. and one at 3:50, just to get my body kinda up ish, and then just for another few minutes, and then boom, get up. So in order to do this, I tried to go to bed at 9 to get 7 hours. I ended up going to bed at 2, and then so I woke up at 4. I actually did wake up at 4. I didn't wake up at 3:50 for some reason, but I woke up at 4, and then I literally was like, okay, I got up, and I was like, okay, should I just go start? And I was like, maybe a few more minutes. I woke up at 8 then afterwards. I'm still gonna go for a run anyway, just so that I can at least run, so just for the sake of running. And I've not run in like 2 months ago, maybe, if I'm pushing it, 2 months ago, and that was in July when I was in Scotland. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to go put this hoodie on. Let's go run. Guys, I'm so tired. I don't know, it's been 10 minutes now. I'm pretty exhausted. It's just day 1. Day 1 completed, just day 1. I am knackered. I only ran for about 20 minutes as well, but my whole face hurts so much, my nose feels stuffy. Oh, this feels so bad. I just want to just blow my nose out entirely and just fall asleep. I'm really that tired because I've not run properly in a long while. And the only time I've ever had to run was when I was getting late to catch a bus, really. And Scotland, that's it. Besides that, before that, I think it was another 5 months, 4 or 5 months before that, before I actually ran it properly. Oh my god. So day 1's over. I don't feel too good. I've only stopped about 4 or 5 times, honestly, just for a few seconds, just because I was out of it. After the first 5 minutes, I was just gone. Afterwards, I stopped just to get my breath back and walk. My heart was racing so much. But yeah, I've ran. I'm going to try to do the same route again tomorrow. But I'm going to try to reduce the number of stops. I think this time I stopped about 4 or 5 times. I'm going to try to reduce that to 3 or 4. And hopefully by the end of a week, I can get that to 0. Let's just hope. The day 1's over. I feel tired. And imagine this at 5 in the morning. I would be gone. So this kind of woke me up to how bad my stamina is right now. At least that's a benefit. Also, as a little side note, okay, so before I left, this was 0.09 or something. Okay, 1.8k, yeah, by that time roughly, and I got home about 2-3 minutes ago, so I got it 4 or 5 past. So the last couple of minutes weren't really accounted for, but we'll say roughly, so we'll just say 1.8 anyway. I'm gonna put a screenshot like here, what it was before, and then I'll put it next to this. So let's just make. Okay, it's 4:27 in the morning right now. We need to go in half an hour, but it's pitch black. It's 5 right now. It's pretty dark outside, so I'm gonna wait a few more minutes or so, just so that at least so that I can brighten up even slightly. So when I'm running, that you know, over time it might just get a little bit brighter. So yeah, I'll just wait a few minutes. And that did not change even in the slightest. Damn it. Okay guys, so I'm just going to explain what happened today pretty much. So I woke up a touch after 4. Surprisingly, I kind of went to bed a little bit earlier. I actually managed to fall asleep about 11:30, 12ish roughly. So that was great. Woke up at 4, got ready about 4:30 roughly. Had a look outside and it was obviously pitch black. It was pretty much dark. It was just really dark. So I was like, okay, maybe it'll brighten up slightly within the next half an hour. It didn't, long story short. So I was like, let me just wait a few more minutes. Maybe it'll get a bit brighter. So I waited, I think, about half an hour or so. Absolutely nothing. No difference. It just didn't make that much of a difference. It was slightly brighter, but not that much. So I was like, okay, screw it. We'll just go anyway. And maybe it'll get slightly brighter. And it did slightly. And actually, I beat my time by like 3 minutes because I was listening to some motivational video by Tom Bilyeu whilst I was running. And yeah, so that took 17, 18 minutes. And yesterday, the run overall took like 4 or 5 songs. So it's like 20 minutes or so. So you know what I mean? And it's also quite weird. I just had a longer distance, sorry. Like, it said 2.4 kilometers done. Yesterday 1.8, and obviously I didn't do any activity before. I didn't walk that much. I mean, around my house, that's not that much. It's not like I walked like an extra 0.6 km before I went for the run. So I don't know. I did the exact same route. So I don't know. Maybe it's just Apple Maps playing up a bit. Like Apple Health playing up. I don't know. But yeah, then the second I got back from my run, I literally, kid you not, like, so during my run, actually, I stopped less, actually. I stopped probably about 3 or 4 times. Then also, I actually, like, I hurt my Achilles tendon whilst I was running. So like, I'm pretty sure I stretched. I can't remember if I did, but I'm pretty sure I did. And yeah, my Achilles tendon started like acting up. It was hurting a lot. Then when I got back home as well, it was also still hurting. Right now, it still hurts a bit when I walk around. But my face hurt a lot less. Like yesterday when I was running, I was like, out of breath. My whole face felt like swollen and like inflamed. This time, it didn't. It did, but just slightly. It was just a lot less. So that's a benefit. I felt a lot better as well. Then when I got home, I just went to sleep. I literally just, I kid you not, I got home, had a glass of water, and I just lied down on the sofa and just fell asleep for like a good 3-4 hours. So I got back about 6ish roughly, just a touch before 6, and then I went to sleep. Woke up like 9:30ish, 9:30, 10 o'clock. So yeah, then afterwards I just woke up and I was still feeling tired, so I had coffee again. But it was actually a really good nap, not gonna lie. It's like, the only time a nap is better is when you wake up really early and like you're already ready and stuff, but you still feel tired, so you just take a quick nap, but it feels really nice. It's just like it's like a better sleep. I don't know, it's really weird. But yeah, day two is done now. I feel a lot better. Feel my stamina is a bit better, but I felt like hell because it was freezing cold outside, and well, I just felt like I was coughing a little bit, less than yesterday, but it was just, it felt, I don't know, I didn't enjoy the run as much as compared to when I did it midday. But I think that's just because obviously during midday I was much more alert. I was like, okay, had more energy, like, I guess. But when I did the run this morning, I'd woken up like just about an hour and a bit prior to it, and obviously I wasn't completely like functional. I was still pretty tired. So yeah, day 2 done. I feel a little bit better than I did yesterday, and a little bit worse. Yeah, let's go for day 3 tomorrow. Alright, here we go again. Yay. Okay, so I'm back from day 3 of running, and so far it's gotten better. I mean, it's a few hours later, obviously. So I got up about just a touch after 4 again. Went out at 5 this time because I knew it's not going to get any brighter by 5:30 anyway. So I went out, ran. Just realised when I looked through my camera roll that I didn't actually film any cinematics, I guess you could say, whatever. So I'm going to try to do that tomorrow. I'm going to remind myself just to do that. I think I stopped probably 4 or 5 times actually, but only twice because I was out of breath. The other times were just because my tendons were just killing. And yeah, that's pretty much it really. It's been alright so far. Definite improvement in stamina. It's great. But apparently, right, I did a bit more of a distance. Again, I don't know. It's the exact same route as day 1 and day 2. I don't know what's going on here, but fair enough. That's day 3. At least that's sorted. Yeah, I don't know. It felt weird, kind of. I didn't actually want to go out because my tendons were hurting right before I started, even after I stretched. Then when I went, I was like, my biggest thing was just like, I just want to go home and go back to bed. I was like, honestly. And I was a bit like kind of hesitant going out at like 5 just because it didn't feel safe because it's like really dark and stuff. And I am aware that obviously the people that are gonna like come out and chef you up are not gonna be awake at that, like, well, they might be awake, but they won't be out at like 5 in the morning probably. But still, yeah, I still went out anyway. Still ran. Felt alright. It was freezing. It was pretty cold as well. I think it was only like 6 or 7 degrees. Yeah, got back home, fell asleep, woke up a couple hours later, and then forgot to film this. So I'm filming this now. But yeah, all in all, it's alright. It's fine. Stamina's getting better. Just need to make sure that my tendons hurt less, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, besides that, it's alright. Okay, so guys, day 4 is officially done. I feel great, just as I record. Day 4 is officially done, and honestly, this was probably the hardest day, just because I stopped because my pain threshold just like my pain was just going crazy. Like my legs were hurting, and not just my tendons. This time the surrounding muscles. I don't know what they're called. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, they were killing like hell. Same distance again, same route again. I think I stopped again twice from breathlessness. But besides that, I just ran. It hurt like hell. I didn't want to. I still did it anyway. And I think that's a valuable principle that I want everyone to just get in their head, that you can push one more. I remember watching an Ed Milet video where he was basically saying you can just push one more. This one more principle, which is the easiest to do, especially in like a gym environment, for example. Like, okay, you're doing a rep, do one more. You can do one more. You set yourself to do 10 reps. Okay, do 11. In my case, for running, it was hurting like hell. I had to walk a little bit more instead of running. I did more running than walking overall, but I walked more today than I did yesterday because it just hurt so much. And I was like, okay, the second I go around this corner, I'm just going to run home. I don't care how much it hurts. I'm just going to do it. Just go and just run anyway. I don't care how much it hurts. I'm going to make it. I'm going to get home. I'm going to get home. I'm going to get home. And I just did it. I just ran. It was probably about 300 or 400 meters off from my house, probably, maybe a bit more. But I just did it anyway. I was like, okay, screw it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm like, I'm nearly home. I'm nearly home. I'm nearly home. I'm nearly home. Come on, just so close. Just so close. Just a few more steps. Just a few more steps. Just keep telling myself that all the time while I'm running. When I was out of breath, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna catch my breath and I'm gonna get back on it again. But when my legs were hurting, that's when the serious problem occurred. And obviously, like a lot of medically speaking, I probably should stop. But I mean, I did a little bit of research afterwards anyway, and essentially, if you keep going anyway, the pain will reduce over time. So it'll still hurt, but it'll reduce a lot. It'll reduce bit by bit. It's been a few hours now, and yesterday when I did my run, I felt a lot of pain, even several hours after. I've just done my run. I did my run. In the morning, came home. So I actually woke up a little bit later this time. I woke up at 5:30 something, and then I got ready, got out. I think I started my run about 10 past 6 roughly. Then got up home 6:30. Well, just a touch after 6:30 because it was, well, just because it was hurting, so it took a little bit longer. So, so far my fastest time has still been day 2 with like 17 minutes. Yesterday took about 24. Today took about 22-ish roughly. Yeah, 22. Yeah, it took about 22 minutes roughly. So yeah, I just kind of want to employ that principle of just pushing yourself anyway. That's what that's my biggest takeaway so far from this week. There's still another 3 more days left. I realize that, but honestly, just push yourself. Just do it. You probably don't want to. You probably will never feel like you want to do it. You'll never be ready to do it. Just do it anyway. It's like when I started this week out, and obviously I woke up quite late on my first day, right? But even then, I didn't want to go out for a run. I honestly didn't, because it just felt awkward. You know what I mean? Running out in public and stuff, it just looks weird. It just feels weird a bit. But I was like, you know what? Okay, I don't care. I'm just gonna go out. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And I did it, and it felt alright. There was not that many people around anyway. Second day I did it. I did it proper time as well. I really didn't want to do it that day, just because, well, it was freezing. I was like kind of a bit nervous because, you know, I didn't feel safe, I guess, even though I know obviously it is perfectly fine, I guess, but obviously I didn't feel comfortable running in the dark. I think I've only ever run in the dark once with my friend, like 6 in the morning, maybe, but I did it anyway. Maybe just start. I guess that's the easiest thing to do, is start. It's hard. It's really difficult to start, but on the long run, long run, get it? Just on the long run, it just feels a lot better, and you'll never be ready to start. Just get out there, get started, just move, just do that thing, okay? Maybe your goal is to do, maybe it's not running, maybe it's push-ups or something, right? Maybe you can't do 100 push-ups in a row right now, that's fine. Do one at least, and then try do another straight after, do 2. Then, okay, let me try go for 4, 5, 10. Then maybe if you can, push to 20 or take a break, and then go back at it again. And just keep trying. Just take that step. Take that first step. I never thought that I would be anywhere near like this, actually. I mean, I was aiming to get to 0, obviously, and my aim is still that. But I thought, I'm going to be out of breath. It's going to be so bad. I'm going to feel like hell. But a part of me, based on what I've seen from other people that have also run, like started and just run anyway, over time they just loved it, and it got so much better for them. So that's kind of where my motivation was. I was like, okay, look, other people have done it. There have been people like David Goggins, for example. David Goggins his story is incredible. He was like 300 pounds, 297 pounds or something like that, overweight. His total weight was that. He was very overweight, and he started running and running and running, and eventually he managed to run 100 miles within a few days, which is ridiculous. That's crazy. Obviously that was from quite a lot of training and mental callousing, and that's inspiring as hell. That's incredible. So like, I know it's just running, but it's a good mental principle. It's a good mental model to have, to just say, okay, I can push myself to do one other thing. Okay, I can do another thing. I can do a little bit more. I can always do something else that's more. Just something. It doesn't have to be the biggest thing, but just something. That's my biggest takeaway from today's run, at least. That I was able to push myself through the pain. It was hurting. I was limping. I kid you not, I was limping. Right? Like walking. I was walking like with a limp. And I was like, let me stop for a second. I just tried to like massage my the areas that were hurting, and I was like, okay, alright, I'm gonna run. And whilst I was running again, I was limping. I was limp running, and then for about a few seconds. Then afterwards, I got back to normal running. I mean, pain's gonna be there. You might as well use it to your advantage, and you might as well get something from it. So that's just, I don't know, just a little bit of motivation, I suppose. Yeah, that's my biggest takeaway from today.
Oh shit. Well, that didn't go to plan.
Alright, so as you just saw, it's daylight, so I overslept. That kind of sucks. I just got into the habit as well, kind of, but I think it's just because I slept quite like reasonably late last night. I slept like 1:30 or so. I was just really tired. Yeah. Well, I'm still gonna go anyway. I'm still gonna run, and let's just see how this feels anyway. Here's what happened as a consequence of me waking. Well, it's not really consequence, but so I woke up about 10:30 actually, which is really late. Went out for my run about 11:30 ish roughly, so that's pretty bad. So yeah, it's kind of sucky because I was just getting into that routine and habit of going out and running early morning. Hated it, still do hate it. It sucks, don't get me wrong, it actually really sucks. It's not fun initially, at least anyway. But obviously when I got home, so I went for my run. I did it faster this time. I got to like just a touch over 15 minutes. I stopped about 3 times. So yeah, okay. So I stopped about 3 times, which is all right. I mean, it was out of breathlessness, and I tried to push myself further. My legs were hurting, and actually, when I stopped the first time, and I just walked a little bit. So instead of taking a few seconds, I took about 30, maybe instead of like 5 to 10 seconds off. I took about 30 seconds just to walk because I was out of breath. I was just out of it. I don't know why, but I was. And essentially, when I was running, and my legs were hurting as well. But when I ran afterwards, it just felt really weird. Like the parts of my legs that were hurting, it just felt like there was not. It just didn't. It's like it felt really numb. Like it just really hurt a lot. And if I'm honest with you, like if I'm being really honest, it just felt like there was like nothing like there. Like, you know what I mean? Like it hurts when I stopped, but when I carried on, it just felt really numb and I couldn't feel anything except for like my breathlessness, and that was hell. Actually, that was weird. It was like it was hell, but it wasn't hell. It was really weird. I don't know. I still did the same route again. Still trying to work on cutting down. I mean, my time's gone down actually, so I'm pretty happy with that. Trying to work on improving my stamina in a single burst like run without like stopping. So it's getting better. It's getting better, but I can keep pushing. When I got back, my legs hurt still, and I like had to crawl a little bit because it just hurt a lot for my legs when I stopped. So it was pain. But yeah, I took a painkiller, lied down for a few minutes, but I didn't sleep because I wasn't sleepy. I was just in pain. So I just lied down for about 10 to 20 minutes and just kept my feet elevated, got an ice pack, and I had some water obviously. So yeah, I just tried to cool down the muscle area where it was hurting. So yeah, pretty much that's been my running day today. Didn't do it at 5, unfortunately. There's still 2 more attempts left. So far out of 5 days, I've only managed to do it like 3 times, I guess. Well, 2 times technically. 1 time was a little bit later, but it's all right. I don't mind it. But yeah, it's fine. Just a couple more days left. I mean, I probably might carry this on further anyway, but yeah, I'm not gonna. I mean, probably will not do morning runs. Maybe, I don't know, just because it just tires the hell out of me for a little bit. But it's alright. But yeah, that's been my run today, I suppose. Okay, so today is day 6 of the 7-day 5 a.m. running challenge. So far, I mean today at least I should say, and I'll overview the whole thing at the end. But yeah, today is day 6 of the 7-day 5 a.m. running challenge, and today I woke up at 5:30 again. Got ready, left the house just a touch after 6. I think about 10 past 6. I beat my time. I ran in 14 minutes. Well, that just happened. Accidents happen. Okay, I think I'll just hold this instead. I beat my time by about, I think the fastest, actually I'm just going to move this camera here. Okay, sweet. So, I think my fastest time has been about just a touch after 16 minutes. Today I ran in 14 minutes and 50 seconds. How do I know that exact time? Because when I started running, I played a motivational video by David Goggins, and essentially what happened was, when I opened the door, turned my key, opened the door, got in the house, I just went on the video, paused it, and it said 14 minutes 50 seconds exactly. So, okay, maybe it's a few seconds before that, because if you take the time to get to the door, but we'll say 14 minutes 50 seconds is my fastest time to do this run. Okay, I'm improving. I'm happy with that. What's the result so far? Okay, so my legs hurt like hell, but I'm starting to learn to enjoy loving this pain. Why, you might be thinking, why are you trying to enjoy this pain? So even I thought, why should I enjoy this pain? And the reason is because it means that I'm actually growing. It means that I'm pushing myself further. Because this time when I ran, I stopped twice. I stopped twice only, right? And the first time I stopped just because I felt like I should stop. I didn't stop because I was completely out of breath. I think I could have gone another 15 to 30 more meters. Then I would probably have to stop. But I stopped a little bit prematurely just because I felt like I should. Otherwise, I could have carried on. Then I just kept on running. I stopped one more time just to catch up my breath one more time, and then I just ran. I just kept running. And one thing I will say is, it literally is conditioning. It is mental conditioning, if I am being honest. That's the benefit I'm getting out of it. I hate running, right? I'm really hating it because it hurts like hell. I don't want to go out to run. I don't like it during the run. I don't like it even after the run, after about an hour or so after the run. I hate it. It hurts like hell, right? Even after I take a painkiller, it takes some time to settle in. It hurts. It is not fun, right? But afterwards, after that hour or so of pain, right, after the run, it feels incredible. Your mind gets stronger. You feel like you can do so much more with your time. And it's that feeling. So I know a lot of people, like for example Gary Vaynerchuk, he says love the process and stuff like that, but obviously he's referring to like business and stuff. But I'm hating this process. I am genuinely hating running. I'm not enjoying it. It sucks, especially in the morning when it's cold outside. It's not sunny like it is now currently because it's morning, right? It's not the best feeling. It's honestly, I didn't fall asleep though, actually, surprisingly. When I got back, I didn't actually fall back asleep like I have previously when I've woken up, or even for a short nap. I did not do that. I just lied down and elevated my feet, got an ice pack as well after I took a painkiller, and tried to massage my calves, just below my calves area. I don't know what that little gap is called. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not enjoying this process, but I am enjoying the result from it because it's making me feel a lot better about myself, and I'm improving my stamina without a doubt, because I think the first time I started, I think I stopped to like 4 or 5 times or something. Now I've stopped twice, and realistically speaking, I would have only stopped once. maybe okay, I probably might have stopped twice, but I think if I just pushed myself a little bit further, I think I could have just stopped once. But honestly, it's great. It's a good feeling much later on in the day to have done that piece of exercise, and I feel a lot better than I did when I started out, without a doubt. But you just have to start. It's just that initial initiative. And for me, without making this video, if I'm being honest, I never would have actually done this. So I'm actually very grateful to have actually have access to actually make a YouTube channel and stuff like that and be able to upload it. Obviously, I know that it's not like, I mean, a lot of people have tech obviously nowadays, but a lot of people still don't have the opportunity to upload. But I'm very grateful that I have the opportunity to upload because I'm uploading videos. It's improving. It's forcing me to do things out of my comfort zone. So I never would have woken up at 4 a.m. for a run, ever, never. Never in a million years. I never would have done that without YouTube, but I did because I realized I have to make a video. I have to make content because I want to do this. I want to make good content. I enjoy making content. That's why I'm doing this. And probably afterwards, after I've done this week and I stop recording my daily reports and stuff like that, I guess you could say, I'm probably still going to carry on. Maybe not as early in the morning. I mean, I might. I don't know. Just because, I mean, after a month or so, it might create some serious mental callousing, which is what David Goggins actually was talking about in this video. I'll link the video. If you're curious about which video I was listening to, I'll link it down below. I think it's a really good video. It's about 1 hour and 20 minutes. It's just like motivation and stuff like that. Yeah, and he was basically, I mean, I think I mentioned this the other day actually in one of these early reports, but he was like 297 pounds overweight. He was like 24 at the time as well, and he decided he wanted to become a Navy SEAL, and he had to lose 100 and something pounds. I think it's like 106 pounds or something within 3 months, and he did that, and he pushed himself beyond what was thought to be physically possible just with his mind. And I think that's incredibly inspiring. And I think running is exceptional for doing this, if I'm honest. It doesn't matter if you are, I mean, I'm not overweight. I'm a pretty skinny guy, but I think running is still good because even you might not be overweight, but your stamina is not always the best. I'm a clear example of this. My stamina was terrible before this. A few years ago, my stamina was great because I was doing martial arts, and in martial arts, it requires a lot of stamina, right? So that's. But then when I stopped martial arts, I kind of lost my stamina gradually over time. So I stopped a few years ago, and my stamina kind of died down over time, and I didn't prioritize fitness or anything like that. I would occasionally exercise, but yeah, I mean, my legs feel a lot better now. Obviously, the painkillers obviously kicked in. It's not doing. I mean, it's not hurting anymore. I'm enjoying a nice cup of coffee right now. Okay, that's a bit cold. But yeah, day 6 is over. One more day of doing this, and yeah, I mean, I might just continue this on and just upload my results of a month as well. Maybe not recording every day, but reporting a total after a month. So that's for today. So the video decided to stop working. So enjoy the video anyway. Sorry. Okay guys, so effectively it's done. I guess this challenge is done. So this time I left the house just a little bit after 5. Got back I think I got back just like a little bit before 5:30, and overall it was good. It was really good for once. I only stopped one time. Yeah, that's right, once. So if we compare from the beginning of the week, which was, well, it was like I stopped like 4 or 5 times, versus now it's only once. And I have no doubt that if I keep going, like if I continued this pace, that I'd be able to obviously get to my goal of 0, and at least, and probably also increase the distance and maybe even the speed of my running. This time it took about 13 minutes and 50 seconds, roughly 14 minutes. So we'll say 14 minutes roughly, and I think that's pretty good, actually, to be honest, considering where I started, where it took me like 20 odd minutes. it's only taken me 14 minutes. So I'm pretty good with that. And I guess if I'm gonna, I mean, so if we just talk about from the whole week, I started out with terrible stamina and I stopped like 4 or 5 times to be able to do this entire thing, the exact same run, but with one stop in between. And that stop was just a little bit over halfway, but I reckon that if I just kept pushing a little bit, I think I could have probably gotten to 0. I think, but I'll live with just one stop right now, but I will keep going, no doubt, and I will hit like 0 stops eventually. And if I decide to make a video saying what's happened over a month, then yeah, without a doubt, I'll definitely I'll definitely have hit 0, without a doubt. So I guess let's just start off with the beginning of the week. I mean, first of all, I didn't wake up at 4:30 or 4 o'clock even, just to get ready and get out by 5. So technically, really speaking, I mean, that didn't start off great, and neither was the run. The run was pretty bad, but I guess, I mean, thinking back about it, it was a good thing that it didn't happen early, because it would have been 1,000 times. It would have been much worse because it's colder in the morning, and obviously if I'm stopping like 4 or 5 times, it's taking me quite a while for this run, then it's gonna cause problems. So I guess in one way that's like a hidden benefit. But in the second day, obviously, I managed to get up and get it done, but I waited deliberately, um, and then did it. Third day, same again. Uh, I think, to be honest, throughout this entire thing, I think really what this like whole running experience kind of did for me was it made me kind of just it kind of made me kind of happy, I guess, in one sense, to know that I actually did something that I said I wanted to do. Um, and I think that can serve as like motivation. So like if you're trying to obviously get healthier, like that was my goal, was to get healthier, improve my stamina, because I thought that if I can improve my stamina, then I guess I will be a lot happier. And I think it goes to show that you can actually do it. I reckon that you can push yourself and you can get where you want to go, physically speaking, with commitment in your exercise. And obviously you need to eat right foods as well. And to be honest, this week I wasn't eating the best foods initially, so that was probably a contributing factor. But I kind of did, like midway, I guess. I really should have, now that I think about it, I really should have talked about my diet, but I didn't talk about it. But I'll talk about it now very briefly. But my diet was pretty bad initially for like the first 2 3 days, and 2 3 days, and then afterwards it became a lot better. And I started eating more like cleaner food, like salads and stuff like that, and that might have helped as well slightly. And obviously I drank a lot of like water so that I can stay hydrated, um, and yeah. So I guess now that I'm thinking about it, I think this was a really good exercise. This was a really good experiment to do. 5 a.m. might be too early for me to do a run, so I probably won't do that from now on. I'll probably just find some time. I don't know if I can do the exact same time every day, but I can certainly try to find a time during the day where I can just run every day, and hopefully, within the next month, so probably by the end of October, I can just show you guys a result, like comparison to where I was and where I've come, how far I've gone, and how far I've come with exercise, with just running. Yeah, I hope that serves as like some kind of motivation, I suppose. I hope you found this video really good and helpful. Just and use it as an example. Like, yeah, you can. It like you don't necessarily have to be overweight to be classed as unhealthy. I definitely would have classed myself unhealthy because my stamina was absolutely piss poor. I could not run that much or that far. It was pretty embarrassing, sort of, but it really did open my eyes to see how much I needed to improve my my physical body. And yeah, I think that served as a valuable lesson, which also I suppose you could say kind of pushed me to keep going anyway. So yeah, that's how I'll end this video. Try this out for yourself. Just try running for a week. I think I'll probably end up trying to increase the distance as well. So probably I'm gonna see if I can get this up to 5 or 10 km. That'd be pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, I guess I'll see you guys in a month or so when I decide to upload a kind of an update on this. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. So, with that being said, if you did enjoy this video, this mini week video series, I guess, yeah, this video, I guess, be sure to drop a like. If you're new around here, subscribe, and I will see you guys in another video. Peace.